What's up, everybody? Jake from StratGeeks coming at you once again, this time with this trading account sheet with drawdown table. So the goal here is for this sheet to quickly tell me what accounts I can and cannot trade on any particular day based on the amount of drawdown that I have left in comparison to the size of the opening range, which therefore dictates the size of our trade, the risk of our trade, the dollar amount of our trade. So for example, I made another video on this already, but we'll just go over it real quick again. A risk per trade. So yesterday I think we had a 475 tick opening range. And based on a 475 tick opening range with 1 micro, our risk per micro on the NASDAQ micro is $118.75. If we were to use 2 micros on that day, that gets us up to $237. So I personally always want to stay under 150 no matter what from all of my PAs. So I know that on this 475 tick opening range day, I'm going to be using 1 micro. So $118, and my max loss limit plus 10 or to 13% because of commissions and possible adverse excursion, which the art trader will calculate. But even just the 10% extra for commissions, this 522. So this will be the max loss that we could possibly have on a 475 tick opening range day, being that we stopped trading ORS after 4 net losses on the day. However, those losses pile up. If there ends up being 4, it could be 4 right off the bat in a row. It could be 2 wins, then a loss, then a win, then a win, then a loss, then a loss, then a loss, then a win, then a loss, and a loss, and a loss, and a loss, and then a win, and then a loss. However the sequence is, if any point during that sequence of trades there are 4 net losses down, we will stop trading, and we can see here real quick by the spreadsheet that our max loss would be $522 on that particular day. So with this example of a 475 tick opening range day, I am risking $118.75 per trade. Now, some of my accounts might not have as much equity, or we'll just say hypothetical person because I'm going to make up some numbers here. Some of my accounts might not have as much drawdown as other accounts. So I want to know, out of my 5, 10, 15, 20 accounts that I have, what accounts I can trade based on a threshold of dollar amount per trade in conjunction with the amount of equity that we have left. So if we go to our drawdown table, if we have between 2,500, and you can make these numbers however you want, this is just how I have it for now. If we have between 2,500, which on a 50K account is the maximum allowable drawdown, so full pad, if you will, to 1,800, I'm saying that I'm allowed to trade up to $140. If we have somewhere between $1,800 and $1,500 left of our drawdown, then I am only allowed to trade up to $120. If I have somewhere between $1,500 and $1,000 worth of drawdown left, I'm allowed to trade up to $100, and so on. So if we go back and look at this hypothetical day here, 475 tick opening range, definitely only using 1 micro, that's $118.75. So what table should I be using? If I have $100 to $1,500 worth of drawdown left, I have to be only risking the $100 per trade. So let's use that example and go to our account trading sheet, and I have this just blocked off for now. So here's an example of a couple accounts. All right, so if we get the calculator out, and you do have to set this part up manually, takes a second to set it all up at first, depending on how many accounts you have. But here's how we would do it. So on my R trader, if this was my R trader, I would have an auto liquidate. So you could take your account balance. Let's make this a little smaller. So what we're trying to do here is we're going to input our current equity and the amount of drawdown that we have left, and that's going to automatically calculate how much money we have to go until we can take our minimum payout, which is a $2,600 profit target. So to do this, we're going to take our, let's do our first account here, $50,949. So we can input that here, $50,949. Enter, get the calculator back. We take that $50,949, and we manually subtract it from our auto liquidate threshold of $49,439. $49,439 equals 1,510 drawdown left. 1,510. So we can see that our max allowable trading size on this particular day is $120. Our amount till payout is $1,651. Our current equity, again, $50,949. Therefore, our drawdown with our auto liquidate threshold here. I guess I could actually probably make another field for that. I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible. And this is a group 1, account 1. It's a $50,000 account size, and then I got some labels here. But let's focus on the max allowable trade size. Now that we know we have 1,500, so we're in the 1,510 drawdown table bracket. So we're in this bracket here. We can trade up to $120. Up to $120. Now, if we look and we go back and we look at our risk per trade for this day, we are risking $118, which means that we are allowed to trade account 1 because we are under this $120 threshold. But let's look at another example. So let's do current equity in example 2. 49,434. So we have more than $3,000 left to go on payout because we're even below where the account started here in this example. But let's figure out the amount of drawdown we have left. It's not that. We have to take 4,934. 4,934 minus 47,562. 47,562 equals, 49,434. 49,4. Oh, well, I can tell you right now we have the amount we have full drawdown left in that. So 47,562 minus 49,434. 49,434. So 1,872. 1,872 worth of drawdown left, which means, why is that not, doesn't seem to be working here. 1,872 should be given us a 140 there. Maybe I screwed up one of the, that I did. 1,872. There we go. Yep. So I put a 0 in there and I screwed up the formula somehow. So because this account 2, we can call this one no limit trading. Call this stuff whatever you want in here, because we are at the highest threshold of the drawdown table. If we look at the drawdown table, we're between 1,800 and 2,500, so we are allowed to trade our max allowable trade size for our whole set of accounts, which in this case here is 140. You can make these numbers whatever you want, any combination of numbers of max, min, drawdown. So we are in between this 1,800 and 2,500 on account 2, max allowable trade size of 140. And we can see that has calculated here. So with this account, we can also trade this account on this particular day, because this particular day we're risking 1 micro at 118. We're not allowed to risk 2 micros. I'm not. It's all hypothetical, of course. I'm not even close to allowed to risk 2 micros on this 475 day, because that gets me way above my 140, 150 limit. Okay, so if we go back to the account sheet, now let's look at a day where there is, let's just completely make something up, 50,425 current equity. And with this account, we only have a drawdown left of, I don't know, 875. Okay, so here's where, so we're allowed to trade these two accounts. Let's make these green. On this particular day, all right? Now, if we only have $875 worth of drawdown left, maybe you took a full payout on this account. Maybe you had just a drawdown. Maybe you came over from trading a different strategy and now you're trading ORS or whatever. However it happened on this hypothetical account, you only have an $875 drawdown before liquidation. Knowing the spreadsheet, knowing that there's only an $875 drawdown, doing the math just like we did over here, you know that you have, because you are up $425 on that account, you've eaten into your drawdown substantially, but you still have profit on that account. So you can see your amount till minimum payout goal is $2,175. But the important thing to note here is the $75 max allowable trade size. Are we going to be allowed to trade account 3 on this day? No, because we are at $118 minimum risk. We can't trade less than 1 micro on a 475 day. So we're stuck with either we trade it or don't trade it, but it's $118.75 per trade. So on account 3, we are not allowed to trade account 3, because we can only, on within this bracket here of 875, between 750 and 1,000, the max allowable trade in between the $750 and the $1,000 available drawdown is only a $75 maximum trade. And we can see that it's $75 here, and we're not allowed to trade this account. So this account would be not tradable for the day. Let's make that deep red. So, all right, well, I mean, I think that pretty much explains it. So maybe I'll do another video later, but I wanted to get something out for you guys now. I'm going to go walk the dog, and maybe I'll come up with a better way to explain this, or make a second video. But that should be good for now. Thanks, everybody. Jake out.